Hello and welcome to my video on Tableau. In this video we'll learn how to create interactive dashboards, how to create running actions on the dashboard, and how to share the dashboard with others. So for this I have imported an Excel sheet called Sample Superstores. It has these sheets, orders, people, and return. So let us just drag this orders into this area. Okay, so we'll be working on this orders sheet of the Sample Superstore. So what is a dashboard? A dashboard contains several worksheets which you can combine, and you can add some specific actions on it, and you can present it according to the requirements. Okay, so in this dashboard we are creating sheets such as region, state map, category, sales. So each sheet will determine the sales corresponding to a specific criteria. Okay, so in the first sheet we will determine the sales according to each region. Okay, so for that let me just put region into the columns. Okay, and we should filter it by the date. Okay, in this case we'll just select all. You can filter it according to a specific year. Okay, now we will put details. So let me just put this as labels. So you need to know some basics of Tableau before going into the dashboard. And colors, we can select it as this. You can edit the colors from here. You can just make it 2. Okay, so this will be showing low sales, this will be showing high sales. Okay, now let me just change this to a block. Okay, to provide better visibility. Okay, this is done. Now, so in this sheet what you can see is sales of each region. Okay, now let us create another sheet called as state maps. Let me just put it as state map sales. Okay, so in this let me just drag and drop latitude in rows and longitude in columns. So you can see a kind of a map displayed in this worksheet area. Now let me just filter it according to the date. Again we will select all the years. Okay, now again we'll put sum of sales in detail, as we need the sales by state, so we'll put that in the details as well. So you can see this area, it all has the state which is marked by these bullets, and it shows the state as well as the sum of sales for that state. So you can put sum of profit also, and if you want you can just put country also in details. Okay, so in this way you can, whenever you hover over this state, you can see 4 details: country, state, profit, and sales. Okay, so in this way you can see the sales for each state according to the requirement. Okay, now the next sheet we'll prepare is the monthly segment sales. Okay, so in this it will show the monthly sales for each segment. So there are specific segments which are there in the sample superstore datasheet, and we will calculate the sales for each month for each particular segment. Okay, so in this we'll just put the, let us just put the order date in columns. Now we need it for month, so we'll just click on this arrow and month. So you can see that these months are getting displayed. In the rows, we'll put the sum of sales. Okay, so you can see the sum of sales for each month. Now, in the details, we will put the segments. Okay, so you can see that 3 lines has been created. So the first one shows the consumer segment, second one corporate, third one home office. Okay, so in this way you can see that the sales are being calculated per segment per month. Okay, now if you want, you can also put sum of sales in label, details and everything depending on your requirement and what you want to see in the dashboard. If you want to hide this, you can hide it using this column, hide fields. Okay, now the fourth subsheet which we want to create is category sales. So this category sales will show the sales for each category. Okay, so similarly we'll put order date in columns and we will change it to month, and then we will put sales into rows and then category. Okay, it's the first thing. Category into details. So here also you can see that it has been calculated per category per month. Okay, so first category is technology, second is office supply, third is furniture. Okay, now let us create a dashboard out of these 4 sheets. So you can see this icon over here. Just click on that new dashboard and you can see all the sheets which we have created are displayed in the sheet regions. You can change the layout, you can change the size of this layout, you can just make it as a fixed sheet, and I'm going to use desktop browser. Okay, now here is a small title showing show dashboard title. Let us enable it. Okay, so you can see that the dashboard one has been created. You can change the name. You can say sales performance sheet. Yeah. You can change the font, you can change the appearance of this. Okay, now to add these sheets we have to drag and drop these sheets into this area. Okay, so the first thing which we will do is we have to use the styled object and then we'll drag this vertical pane into this. Okay, now we will drag and drop region. So as you see that if we are going to drag and drop region into vertical space, it will highlight the area in which you can drop this region sales sheet. So when you do this, you can see that the region sales have been exported over here. So if you want to change the length of this, you can do that. Okay, if you want to see this in the entire view, you can go to fit and then entire view, and you can see that all the things are getting displayed in this particular box. Okay, now we will put the state maps into this area. Okay, so you can see that it has been shown in this particular box below the region sales. Okay, Now let us put the monthly sales segment somewhat in this area. Okay, so you can see that it has been displayed now. Okay, so you have done the basic thing which is needed for a dashboard, and you have created a dashboard having all the particular sheets into this one sheet. Okay, so this is the legend. Okay, now suppose you want to add a filter to it. So what will you do? Okay, just click on this filters, and you want the filter for order of date. Now you can see that the order of date filter has been created, and if you just select some, then it will give the output for all these sheets according to these years. Okay, according to the filtered years. Okay, so suppose we want this legend and year of order date somewhere over here. We don't want it to be in the side. Let me just drag and drop the blank space somewhere over here, and let me just put this. Okay, just click on this 4 arrows, drag this thing, okay, let us do for this first. Okay, so you need to be very particular about the placement of this, because it's very tricky in Tableau. Okay, so here you can see that okay, let it be like this. Okay, so now here you can see that it is displaying as a list of values. Now suppose you want to change it into multiple values or multiple drop down values. So just select this option, and you can see that it is just one option now. Okay, so you can select from this option. Now if you want to change this area, this title, so you can say choose a year and then OK. Okay, so you can filter it according to the year now. Okay, so this is somehow how you create a dashboard, interactive dashboard with all the sheets and legends and year. Suppose you want to create some actions on it. So you can create the actions using this dashboard link, actions, and then you can create some specific actions. Okay, so I'm not kind of liking this view. Let me just drag it over here and make it as a full view. Okay, so now it looks much better. Okay, now let us go to the dashboard, actions. Now we'll do add actions. First we'll learn about filters. So suppose we want to do a state filter. So according to the state, the sales should be displayed. So there are two sheets, source sheets and target sheet. So source sheet will specify the filter value. So let us just make the source sheet as region, and dashboard 1, the target sheet as state map. So whatever region we are going to select in region sales, the sales for those states will be displayed in the target sheets, like the state map sheet. Okay, So whatever states are there in the selected region, filtered region, will get the sales for that particular states of that region. Okay, so since it's a filter field and we are doing a selecting menu, so we'll do this. We'll run action on select and we have to show all the values. Okay, now selected fields now. Okay, so we'll do okay twice. Now suppose you select the central field, you can see that only the central region sales are being displayed, are being filtered. Okay, so the states for the central region are being displayed. Suppose you do east, you can see east is displayed. South is displayed. West is displayed. Okay, so in this way you can perform filtering action. Okay, now let us create another action, highlight. This highlight is, okay, so let me just name it as region highlight, or let me just say it as state highlight. Okay, and now let us just make this source sheet as region and the target sheet as the region maps, and we will say hover action. Whenever we hover on the particular region, only the states for those region are being displayed with the sales value. And since we are particularly targeting one thing, so let us just select the highlighting fields as region. Okay, then okay, so let's just select this area and whenever you hover over it, you can see only then this field is being displayed. Now you say east, and as soon as you remove the hovering, okay, so you select the region, you hover over it, and you can see the states being displayed. You select the region, you hover over it, and then you can see the states with the sales getting displayed. Okay, as soon as you remove your hovering, then it is just blank, showing nothing. So this is a highlight functionality. Okay, now we will learn about the adding the URL into this dashboard. So select URL. Now we want the information about state. You just click on this arrow, you will see state, and you just type state info. Okay, so in this, let us just select the source sheet as a state map. So you need the information about the state. Now for the URL, I am just taking this Wikipedia link of Washington. Okay, now it will automatically populate the value of state whatever you select in this whatever you're going to select in the state maps. Okay, now let us just select this menu action, because you have to select it from the menu which is going to be displayed when you click on the state. Okay, click OK, click OK. Now let us just click this and you can see Nebraska info. Click on this. You can see that the Nebraska Wikipedia page has been displayed. So let me just show you for another one. So it's Michigan info. Now you can see that the Michigan information is displayed. Okay, so similarly you can add any URL and you can see the information about that URL. Okay, Now, if you want to share this data sheet in this dashboard with others, there is an option which you get when you get the Tableau licensing as save. You can save that, you can export that to your desktop, but right now I'm using Tableau public. So let me just save it to Tableau public. So this you have to create a account in Tableau public to display your dashboard so that you can share it with others. So let me, after signing in, this dialog box will appear. You can just give your title as sales performance, save it. Okay, let me overwrite it. Okay, so you can see that your dashboard has been published in Tableau public, and from here you can download your workbook, and as well as you can just click on this link and share this link with others. So you can see that all the sheets are being displayed. So similarly, you can also filter in this dashboard. So the functionality remains the same. That is the most attractive part, that the functionality which we have created still remains the same. All the highlighting, all the action functions are the same. Okay. So this is just a simple dashboard which we have created to give you the basic understanding of how to create interactive dashboards. Okay. So I hope you like this video, and I'll be back with my next video shortly. So till then, bye bye.